This edition of the Grass-Fed Homestead Primal Cooking Series, we are making some braised lamb riblets. The recipe I'm using for tonight's dinner came in from one of our viewers who happens to be an executive chef. This is Chef Michael Murray. He and his wife have a YouTube channel called Part-time Permies. Chef Michael put a couple lamb recipes together for me that we could give out at our marketing booth at our Know Your Farmer event last week. But I thought it'd be really cool to take the recipe and actually make a video about making the dish. So let's get into it. The chef noted at the top of the recipe that you need about a pound raw weight of the lamb riblets per person. Because there's a lot of connective tissue in the ribs, a lot of that will cook down during the braising process. You'll have a lot less finished weight with your meat. This recipe is officially called Braised Lamb Riblets with Coconut Curry. Here's what we need to make this. Of course, we need lamb riblets. I have about 3.5 pounds of riblets here. We need minced garlic, diced onion and carrots, bay leaves, fresh thyme, a teaspoon of coriander, half teaspoon of cumin, half teaspoon of red pepper flakes, 2 tablespoons of curry powder. I've already measured out the spices and put them in this small glass bowl here. I'm using 8 ounces of homemade chicken stock. The recipe calls for a can of coconut milk, but I was not able to find a coconut milk that met my standards, so instead I'm substituting coconut milk for heavy cream, and I'm adding in some coconut oil so it has a little bit of coconut essence to it still. Also, we'll need fresh cilantro, a lime for some fresh squeezed lime juice, and salt and pepper. First, I cut the riblets into portion sizes of a few bones each. After cutting them to size, I season them with salt and cracked peppercorn. I used lard for my cooking oil and put that in my enamel cast iron braiser. I put the riblets into the braiser to brown them first. I'm going to sear them on either side. After browning the ribs, I remove them and put them on a plate. Now I sweat the diced onions, the garlic, and the carrots for a couple minutes in the braiser until the aroma develops. Next, I add the seasonings. The chef notes when the curry has incorporated into the oil and it's fragrant, watch for it to begin to separate back out of the oil or about to stick and burn to the pan. Then add the stock. Next, I add the bay leaves, the thyme, and this is where the chef would have us add coconut milk, but again, I'm using cream and coconut oil. I cover the braiser and I put it in the oven at 325 degrees Fahrenheit. You can also let it simmer on the stove top. The riblets braise in the oven for approximately an hour and a half. Also, right before serving, this is where I add the fresh squeezed lime juice. The chef recommends serving the riblets with fresh steamed rice or a starch vegetable to soak up all the flavors and juices. Since this is a primal dish, I'm using celery root. And no, we're not telling Little Buddy about that. Little Buddy is not a fan of the celery root anymore. Now I top the dish with the fresh chopped cilantro, and it's ready for serving.
Take a bite. Take that bite right there.
Mmm.
You like it? Good.
Mommy's torn.
It is delicious and I love it. Thank you.
Daddy's torn.
I hope you liked that video. The dinner was excellent. We all went back for seconds. We had some leftovers. It was amazing. Thank you, Chef Michael, for preparing that for us. And if you guys would like to try this at home, this recipe is available on our website, grassfedhomestead.com. I'm leaving a link to where you can get to this recipe and you can see it for yourself. At the bottom, the chef gave some recommendations about how you might be more creative with this dish. So check out the recipe, give this one a try, and head on over to Part-time Permies, the YouTube channel, and let them know what you think of the recipe. Thanks, guys.